I wish the setup for recording wasn't quite so cumbersome. Anyways, if the music will start. Okay, good, correct. It's working. Working. Yes! I'm not incredibly washed at making videos. There's also no sponsor out there. I'm simply incredibly washed at playing the game. Today we are playing Tarnished. This is my second run ever with this build. Is it going to go well? I mean, the first run went. So hopefully the past predicts the future. I mean, so I don't know. There's too many gimmicks in this build, and I feel like it would it would benefit if it was just one gimmick and then standard in every other way, because they don't necessarily synergize with each other. Today's build is Tarnished Inscription Arcanist, but the gear is Poised Tempo. So I wanted to use Cerebrium Ring because that thing looks good. It has melee prot, it has Poise, it has Fractal, which is like oh, I killed it. Cool. And I know that it's one of the worst offensive spell power stats, but you have to realize, oh my days, that spell power doesn't mean all that much. Like, yes, spell power is good, but the amount of damage that you're getting is actually not that critical. You can sacrifice it for things like Fractal, and in this case, Fractal is very good on Arcane, because... Okay, I'm hearing a lag, because you can hear that. You can hear that. You can hear the frequency thing. So, okay, I'm just gonna... hold on? Okay, good. Yeah, Fractal is very good in Arcanist because most of the time your big spell and your Omen, oh jeez, your big spell and your Omen coincide on the second hit and not the first, which, I mean, you should do within 2 seconds. Just as a, in general, there's no real reason to let the mob sit there and not be dead for a little bit. So Fractal's a good thing to have. I don't have more of it, but I have 1 level. I have 2 levels, which is probably fine. Inversion Aegis would be good here, but I don't fully wish to go into Fractal right now. Just while I get used to the class again. But I'm probably gonna try a bunch of builds. So there is nothing left. Jesus. Okay. Haha, use your carapace on something stupid. Okay, is everything done? Everything. We are fine. So, the skill point allocation, we have enhancements on Spellshock. Spellshock's the standard one. We have Magma Shield U, which is Magma Shield used to be a really elementalist coded thing because the buff that Magma Shield gave, which was just more fire damage and some vault and so on, was only really applicable to elementalists. On Arcanist, you can't cast another spell unless you specifically reset in Magma Shield, which isn't really the best thing. Yeah, that would not have been useful. But now you just get TDR, right? You don't necessarily need to interact with the mechanic of it, of the overcharge. You just use it as a big fire spell. And then the last enhancement is Nova U, which makes sense when you look at Tarnished Inscription. Tarnished Inscription's whole gimmick is that it... Let me pull it up on screen. Yeah, it makes your Nova really good, but the CC is completely inverted. Okay, where is that creeper go? Consequences of my own actions for taking Astral Omen. Oh jeez, nice shield, brother. What was that? Yeah. So instead of slowing enemies, it speeds them up. So this is normally a bad thing to do. You don't really want your enemies getting speed when you use your AoE spell. However, the first thing you can do is take Nova U and make it deal a lot of damage. The second thing you can do is onto Glossai. Can't reach either of them. Sucks. I would Thunderstep, but like I don't have an angle to reach them to do my killing, so yeah. The other thing is that the Nova duration is really short. It gives 4 seconds of slow, which translates to 4 seconds of speed. And so that's not that bad. And then the next thing you can do is take Nova U, which just straight up says, yeah, okay, you can freeze the mob for 2 seconds. What? Okay, projectile hit me, fair enough. You can freeze the mobs for 2 seconds. Out of the 4 seconds that they get speed for, I think it started the Void Knight theme. Oopsies. Okay, that's not really fitting for our discussion, is it? What? I will switch that out because it is kind of throwing off my vibe. I hope that's not inside of the void, because if not, I'll have to go and remove it again. Yeah. So you can freeze mobs fully for 2 out of 4 seconds, and you can just ignore Tarnished Inscription's downside. Of course, the range. I mean, there's still a range downside, but you can charm that away. The other thing is that mobs that die get a 100% speed debuff. So you think about it that way. It's pretty good. You know that elites get sped up like a whole lot more. Die. Because of the base, like the base even on Nova 2 is like let me try to remember. It is 40% cut to 20%, so for I don't want to use a big spell. Okay, good. There are kind of some problematic elements to trying to use Poise on Arcanist, which is the lack of healing. At the moment, I am running only off of what is giving me regeneration? I don't have any regeneration on my gear. I'm running off nothing actually, and I really should run some heal here. I think it would have been empty echoing steps. I think that's probably the thing to switch to. Oh, hello, Jay. Okay. I guess I will just sustain off my crossbow knifer, which is crossbow knifer is probably the best thing to put on your standard consumable. Of course, wind goes on your full. Wind goes on your mountain stew and so on. Yeah. I'm trying not to use prismatic hue. I know it's good. I know it's really, really good, but it is. I want to try something else. I've been too long. Haha, tried to cast a spell, but you're. I think a previous iteration of this build, entirely conceptual, of course I never tried it, was Coil Carapace. Because Coil Carapace gave you adaptability and a huge amount of regeneration. The adaptability is needed for Lyric Manacle, which in I'm playing vanilla music, shut up. Wrong order, should Moonblade first. Is that a kill? That's a kill. But the Dreading is gonna gank me. Okay, so we're fine. We are not fine, they're still Dreading. It is theoretically possible that I could take off the Nova U point on the basis that the freezing doesn't really matter as long as I make sure I kill everything with the Cycle was a bit screwed, but whatever. What is that username? Yes, there's an argument that Nova U might not be necessary, but I do kind of prefer having it. Also because it gives me some nice stat ups. A little bit more damage, a little bit less cooldown. It makes it a lot easier to use, and if I screw up and I don't necessarily kill everything with my Nova, then I have 2 seconds to deal with it. And they're only a problem for 2 more seconds because of the fact that it just stops being an issue. Nova's freeze duration is only 4 seconds. Yeah. And I didn't even need to do anything else. You could improve that with True Ice Pendant and so on, but I don't believe it's worth the charm power per se. I do think that a key skill when you play Arcanist, when you play Mage, is that, especially because I'm running in Sightless, right? You need to learn to keep calm and evaluate when you can just win the situation without doing any other fun things. Okay, in that case, I tried to greet with Thunderstep Moonblade for the insane burst, and I got bitten because I cannot survive more than like 2 hits. First hit is fine because poison tempo up. The second hit is fine because poison is up, and the third hit kills. I don't know what the knockback resistance is doing on Cerebral. Nothing burger thing. It's a cool texture. I wish the ring did something. Oh god, the spawner mimic's not persistent. You can't fight them after you die, which is a shame. Maybe you should be. And no. And I gave him speed, and I'm cooked. I just need to hit him. I just am lagging apparently. Do I think I live that? If it doesn't spawn a dread, an AoE attack, attack. It spawned a dread. Yep. Hooked. I don't mind how quiet. The music is supposed to be playing, but it is not. Please. I guess I can pick something else. Not very dramatic. Theoretically, I could be running without insight. You can run you can run Astral, you can run the what am I thinking about? Apocalyptic Scroll. You don't need insight 2 to do that. Omen 2 to do that, although you will lose out on the pull, of course. It's more that I really like having that pull. I think it's just cool. And I've done it again. I didn't even know you could do that. What? I don't know why he's so fast in the first place, but I kind of ruin it because I'm casting my Nova without focusing on him specifically. It is kind of a killer for elites because I'm also equipping on the basis of like dead mobs. Dead mobs is the greatest CC. There's Infant of the Beyond, which is the really balanced charm because it gives you 60% damage for 2 charm power, but it does mean that the base that it's like minus 80% slowness, so elites get 60% speed and they're not frozen by Nova U. So you get cooked as the creeper. Oh. Okay, that's kind of obtrusive. Maybe I should turn that elite finisher off. I think Poise Mage could work. But maybe not in this specific way. I don't know if there's a maybe there's a job opening for a poise element. Then again, I think there's no job openings for elemental in general. If you're very, very lucky, you could probably get away with hi, good. Why are you up there? Why are you up there? Come down. Uh-oh. You could maybe get away with like Emesis or like Firefall spam, but I feel like I don't know, you'd have to run. I guess maybe you could. If you're on the basis, if you're doing like Starfall spams, you want to be using your Magma shield you anyway to set up your thing, right? But uh-oh. Kill, right? Yeah, it's dead. You want to be setting up your Starfalls with your Magma shield, so maybe you can just straight up words are hard. Yeah, maybe you can run Cerebrium and Fractals, okay, but I don't know, it feels like if you Starfall too much, you're kind of just stuck with the one thing. Kind of like Windcraft Mage, but worse because you have less Starfalls. Die, okay. I don't know. I would want to get. I'm kind of like maybe I should get into Elementalist, but at the same time, it's like it is Elementalist. All the um, it's you play EOs, and I don't want to play EOs. I want to play Magic. I want to play Projectile Blast. I should play Scout. I don't know. Maybe you can pull enough like generalist charms like Moldire's chalk out of the item pool to figure it out, but eh. Actually, you should go for the others. Kind of hard to deal with. Deal with that while the other spawners are spawning as well, and you can clear out one much more effectively than the other. What's the other scary part about running poise? That you is that it is poised on main hand, it's Cerebrium Ring, so if you're not holding it and you're running away for whatever, you're trying to break spawner or eat, then your defenses go down a bunch, but then again, if you're eating, you would probably... What the heck? It just went through my shield again. You were probably not at full health anyway, so who cares? The ring is so cool in concept, but in practice it just looks like I'm holding it sideways like a Taurus. Oh, better not. Better on the wall? Yes. Rock the wall? Damn it. Okay, maybe I will actually go up the crack. Seriously, where is the music? I have the music. Does it rely on this? What? Look, I don't know. I don't understand the music. I know there was some talk about making it rely on the music slider, and then there was some talk about it not quite working. It's still on like notes and blocks. But like, I just heard the vanilla music earlier, so I don't really want to have the vanilla slider on. Die. Okay. Okay, the burst did not. Okay. I hit the mana lens. If I hadn't hit the mana lens, I was cooked. Because you can't hit. It's kind of hard to hit that arcane strike on the hyper. Okay, man, the death. Kind of hard to hit that hyper speed Enderman before it gets the 60% speed buff. And then after it gets the 60% speed buff, it's like, what are we doing? Okay, burst damage takes down half its health. Very good, very good. Now we wait for everything to come back. And I missed my Moonblade somehow. I don't know how. Okay, I should have thunderstep further. Damn it! I tried to thunderstep away, but I hit the blocks that I placed, so it's like... Okay, you can probably get better results if you just play the same charm setup, but you run like Steadwind Arcanist instead. Because Steadwind Arcanist does almost everything better. He had 30 health. It was one spell. My day. Didn't probably do better, but Steadwind, it's sloppy. The build doesn't even have that much damage. Is the problem. It's like you're not even getting that benefits, which kind of sucks. But oh well. That's that play for you guys. Subscribe because you never know when the next video will be, and you want to be notified when it comes out.